if you put in a comment, if you type in any thoughts, any wishes, if you contact your friends, if you say anything whatsoever, you stand a fair chance of getting a reading today. Let's start November off with a bang. Okay, people, it could be worse. It's almost Christmas. Yeah, I'm part of the gang that doesn't like being reminded of that. Waiting for you to make a comment, my lovelies. Anybody that wants to say anything whatsoever, and then we'll get on and we'll give you whatever message Spirit want to give you. Hello, Tanita. Hello, Christine. You've tracked me down. Right. So who is first? I can see, Christine, your name has stayed up longest. So let's see what today's got for you. That's your present. That's your future. And there's your change. Let's see what we've got here, folks. Christine, you are thankful. Your future can be whatever you want. And your change will be wishing. So I remember we spoke the other day about you doing an awful lot for everybody else and maybe needing to step back from that. I think you appreciating everybody else and you appreciating those that come to you, appreciating what you do for them, what they do for you is the key. Now, stepping back and letting everybody have their space does not put you out of the picture. We spoke about that the other day. Just 1 second. I just need to shut that up. Didn't realise my phone was going to go off. So very sorry, Christine, and everybody else listening. Let me just tell my husband to deal with that. Now, like I said, you stepping back and letting everybody else have their limelight means that you have more room to actually wish for that positive future, that wishing upon a star, instead of containing yourself with the day-to-days and what you need to do for other people and are they going to manage to do this, that and the other. You are now free to wish upon a star, wish for what you want, and it will be as good as you can imagine. Now, I know, rushing on, lady whose name starts with T, the name's not showing up on the screen for me at the moment. You were asking if you can have a message from your dad. That's it, Tanita, from your boyfriend or from your dad. I cannot control which spirits come to me. It's much the same way as you can't control which of your family comes to your home. I cannot control who comes to me. However, I will pull your cards for you and we will see what they need to tell you. When I say I will pull your cards, what I do is I get the spirit that want to tell you something to pull the cards for you. Okay, Tanita? So I cannot control who it will be from. But we will see what message we can get. I deal with, in this context, on a fuller scale, when I'm doing one-on-one readings, you have as many cards as spirit want to pull from you, and that can get very personal. That can get very individual and very relevant. On a 3-card reading and situations like this, when it's public, I don't want to put all of your personal business out for the general public. So I do a present and future, and how do you get there? So the first card you have, Tanita, is laughter. Now let's have a look there. You can see everybody's having a bit of a party, a bit of a good time there. That is what your present needs. That is your future. You are gifted. Just be yourself is your change card. Now, for you, the bottom line is very relevant as well. So I'm going to try and get the camera to focus on that. So that one is your present card. This is your change card. You are a great person. Enjoy being yourself. And your future card is you are very intelligent and talented. It's telling me right now that you're so caught up in your emotions. You're so caught up in life that is swirling around you. You're focusing in only one area of life, and that means that you're missing out on everything else that life is offering you right now. It means that you're not seeing the fun and the joy anymore. And I know when you've lost someone, it's really hard to do. I've lost people in my life, and sometimes darkness is the only color that you can see. Well, your spirits around you are telling you that now is the time to start looking for something a bit lighter, something a bit more you. They're telling you that the way for you to do that is to just be you. You are more than enough. You're not less than because those that you love can't be seen anymore. They're still with you. They're still there. They're still supporting you. Just because you can't see them doesn't mean to say that you're less than. You need to value you in the way they valued you. And you will start to see in your future your natural intelligence, your natural gift, your natural talents in life to enjoy life will start bleeding back through and start coming back to you. I get the feeling that was probably coming from both of them, because the laughter side of things feels like it was coming from a very personal level, more like an intimate partner, and the gifts and talents feels like it's coming from more of a parental cheerleader kind of relationship. Only you will know whether I've got those reversed, but that's what the cards are telling you. Now's the time to start being yourself again. Okay, my sweet? I am very sorry for your losses, but they're not truly gone from you. They are still with you. Do we have anybody else that is waiting to see what Spirit have to say? Hello, Julie Briers. Let's have a look. Now, don't forget, people, anybody watching, message, comment, even just send good wishes to those who have had a reading if you're not feeling like one for yourself. If you want to have a personal one-to-one reading with me, personal one-to-one dialogue with me, you can find me on Facebook. I'm Titch Bias. I do Titch's psychic medium and spirit-led oracle card readings. Not that hard to find. There's not very many of us. Let's have a look. Julie, what have you got? You have, now is the time for practice. You have, in the future, very soon. And you have, your change card is best friends. Now, all of that sounds kind of confusing, doesn't it? I've had a lot of people looking at my cards in the 3-card lineup and going, I have no clue where to start. Luckily for all of us, the Spirit do. So, practice. The very best way to be good at anything, to be good at anyone, is to just keep on doing it. When I say be good at anyone, I mean be good at being yourself. For me, my love, this card seems to be telling me you're not being very kind to yourself very often at the minute. You're judging yourself pretty harshly, and you're listening to that demon voice we all have in the back of our head yelling, we're no good at this, this dress is the wrong colour, this dress is the wrong size, I look like a marshmallow. Whatever else the demon voice wants to come up with. And it takes practice to not hear that voice. And I get the feeling that you need that practice. You need to spend more time enjoying what you do and not hearing that voice saying that you're not great. Now, the best way that you can do that, the best way that you can practice that kindness to yourself, is treating yourself as you would your best friend. So with our best friends, we are loving and nurturing and protective and kind, and we strive to do the very best for them that we can. We strive to be there when they need us and to not let them walk out the house looking like a fool. So we ask them to trust our voice. You need to treat you like that and trust your voice, which will bring you to the future of where very soon. Now, this card is coming out to show you that you already know the answer. You already know what it is you want your future to look like. And if you can be kind to yourself and practice being kind to yourself, that future will come your way in a very happy way, in a very positive way, because you're going to be letting that positivity through by not listening to all the garbage nonsense that we get into our heads about. Okay, my lovely one. Okay, I'm very uncertain how to pronounce that, Ganesh. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm very, very sorry if I'm not. Let's see what the cards have to say to you. Now, as I shuffle, I ask my spirits to see who wants to talk to you. It's not that that's the only person talking to you. It's just that's the person that is ready at the time. It's sort of like, you know, you go to some venues and they'll say, right, who's got their ticket ready? And you're the one standing there with you holding it in your hand. So you yell out, I've got it here. They go, right, you, give me your ticket, you're in. Everybody else has still got a ticket, they're just not quite as ready. So having these messages doesn't mean to say that there's no other spirits around you trying to talk to you. It's just that these are the ones that are there. These are the ones that are ready in the moment. So, Ganesh. Light. That's where you're at the minute. I'll come to that in a minute. There's a lot within that card to go through. Creative. That is your future. And how will you get there? Just by being you. So, light. You are the person, my sweet, that can see the light and positivity in everybody, in anybody, in all of those around you. You're the person that sees the child trying to draw, and you will spot the things that they've got right and go, yay, this is definitely a dog, mouse, cat. Ah, of course it's a kangaroo. Yes, why couldn't I see that? But you mean it. You're not just being kind. You say to people when they have done something well, you tell them. You don't just expect them to guess it, expect them to know it. You want them to be told and to feel good. But you don't do that to you. You've stopped looking at the things you thrive in. You've stopped looking at the things you succeed in. And you have allowed yourself to start dismissing your talents and your skills. Now, the best way to change that, be yourself. All of those things that you say to other people, start saying them to yourself as well. When you do something really nice, remind yourself that you've done that. This isn't just luck and happenstance. You created the situation where that came about. If you've made a nice sandwich, brilliant. If you've made a nice meal, lovely. If you've organised an event or attended an event looking spot on, great. You've achieved that. That will bring you to your future. Now, if you look at these unicorns in this image, now this deck is the Magical Unicorns from Doreen Virtue. It's not easily findable anymore, but I adore it. If you look at that creative card, you can see that those unicorns have absolutely nothing blocking their way. Being creative is being flexible, it's being imaginative, it is opening yourself up to all possibilities. And that's what that card is showing you. If you recognize the light in you, if you are your true self, kind to you the way that you are to everybody else, then your future is wide open. It's whatever you want to make it. That is a massively positive reading for you there. Even if I've said your name wrong, your cards are telling you everything is right. Take care, my lovely. Paula Marie. What lovely icons you put there. I don't know if that flower, it looks like that flower might be one of those clown flowers squirting water at me. Oh, there is your present card. There is your future card. Forgive me, I'm just getting over a bit of a flu-y thing that my husband decided to be very thoughtful and share. So if I've got the snuffles, you can't catch them online, I'm pretty sure. Paula. Yeah, get this right on the camera. Happy thoughts, that's where you need to be right now. Future. Your best friends. And how do you get there? Imagine. Now, I just need to get a drink for a second, my lovely. Right, Paula, sorry about that, my love. You're present. Happy thoughts. It means that you're getting focused on the day-to-day. You're getting focused on the life rut. The events happening around you instead of taking part in the events, if that makes sense. It's starting to feel like everything is happening to you and that you're not fully participating. Now, there is a great way out of that, and it's literally by just dreaming of things, imagining things. This is why you have your change card. What you need to do right now, let's get that in, is you need to imagine. Anything you want to happen can happen, will happen. But whilst you're stuck in your rut and you're not seeing anything but the day-to-day grind, it's really hard to let that imagination go. So you need to practice at it. You need to practice at letting your imagination just run riot, just run free. What is it you want to achieve? What is it you want to do? Not just get the washing done and get to rest one night, but actually achieve. Once you have let your imagination run riot, this will bring you into your future in which you start treating yourself like you would your friends. You start treating yourself with the kindness and the care and the protectiveness and the nurturing and everything else that our best friends give to us. The kindness, the thoughtfulness, the protectiveness. Instead of living in that rut, you'll be not, oh, this is all I can do, I've got no time to do anything else. You'll be, no, actually, hang on a second, how can we rearrange this? You'll be being kind. You'll be looking at things from a broader context. Okay, for those of you that heard a little squeal, that was my cat deciding that she wanted to try murder and get under my husband's feet. Both are fine. Although my husband is now contemplating how he can rehome the cat without me noticing. So let's see, is there anybody else waiting out there? Any comments, any thoughts? Chelsea. See, I'm not in control of this, as I've said. I don't control who comes to me. Just like you don't control which random stranger knocks on your door and tries to sell you an encyclopedia. Do they still do that these days? Does anybody actually still come around and try and sell books or hoovers or anything like that? Or is that what we've got Facebook for? Chelsea, your first card is a relationship card. It says love from your parents, but it's not necessarily coming from parents. It's talking about the Christmas movie Hallmark dynamic. Your future card, share. And your change card, true. Now this one is a heartfelt truth, not an intellectual truth. So love from your parents. This is telling you that you need to treat yourself with that kind of movie, all is good, all is fantastic, that the Hallmark movies say parents will be. Let me just have another look at these cards for a second. Right. Yeah, it's sticking very closely to that Hallmark stereotype that parents give us unconditional love, unconditional acceptance, rules and ground expectations. They want us to achieve. They want us to know that we can do anything that we put our mind to. That all we need to do is put the actual effort in. That's why our parents will tell us that we need to do our homework, eat our greens, get some exercise, sleep a lot. They tell us all the things that we need to do to live a worthwhile and happy life in the Hallmark films. If you start treating yourself like that, with that truth and that acceptance, then you will have that chance to look at what is in your heart, what is true and honest within yourself. They're not telling me what that truth and honesty is. They're telling me that you know it, Chelsea, that you will know genuinely within yourself what it is you want to achieve, but you're not giving yourself chance to by not giving yourself that acceptance and expectation. Once you have reminded yourself what it is you want, you will be then free to share it. Okay, I hope that makes sense to you. They're telling me it's private business. They're not giving me any more detail. No matter how much I try and focus on them, they're not giving me any kind of push on it. So I hope that's okay. I hope that makes sense to you. Basically, be very, very kind to yourself, and your heart's wishes are out there ready for you to grab. Bernadette. Let's have a look. Well, I've got your present card, but they're being a little bit picky trying to find. There it is, your future card. Now let's go for your change card. Let's see where that one is. And there we have it. So, your present, curiosity. I love that card. Look at that little kitty catty. Looks like my kitty catty. Saying hi to the unicorn there. Your future, filled with happy thoughts. And how do you get there? You listen to your true feelings. That is a really, really grounded message to have. What they are telling you, my lovely one, you've been putting a few things off. You're kind of interested in a few things. You're not really pushing them forward. It's always not the right time, or I looked at that before and I didn't get very far. It's not the timing that has ever been the problem. It's your mindset, that you do have the inclination, but you've not been ready. Getting this card now is telling you that it is a good chance to take a look at those things that really interest you. Take a look at those things that are heartfelt, something that you're intrigued by. It may be something that you never even got the chance to try before. It may be something that you did try before, but put it down before you really got into it. But it's not something that ever really got off the ground. If you then listen to your true feelings about it, you will know whether it's the right fit or wrong fit. If you've got more than one thing that you were drawn to in the past, then when you start looking over them again, considering them again, your true feelings will come forward and tell you whether that's the right path or not at this time. Doesn't mean discard everything and throw it away. It means that now might be the time for option 3, not option 1. That will bring you to the future, which, as you can see, is quite calm, quite peaceful, and pretty happy. Lovely. So it's just about settling your mind on the things you want to do and then getting them underway, my love. Okay. Nicola, let's have a look. Let's see if cards come out for you, my love. Taking their time bringing out your card, my sweet. Can we have our present card, please, of Nicola? All right, there we have one for you, my love. They were taking their time making sure they got the right one, weren't they? They're being very selective for you, my love. That usually means that it is heartfelt from whoever is trying to contact you. There is your change card. Okay. So your present curiosity, your future is not having to tie up and plait all that beautiful mane, and how you're going to get there. This is a very positive reading for you, my lovely one. This is telling you that basically you need to open yourself up to the opportunities that are ahead of you. Curiosity is all about looking around and not having a rigid perspective, not having a rigid expectation of a situation. So for this card coming out for you, there is something that you have been putting off. You've been letting the demon voice get in the back of your head. Where's this going to go? It's a waste of time. It's a waste of effort. I'm no good anyway. You've been listening to that. Where in actual fact, if you actually explore things that you are interested in, explore with curiosity exactly what is involved and entailed in what catches your attention, you will find yourself with an amazing opportunity. It will go as well as you want it to. As much effort as you put into it, it will be what you get out of it. It will take you to a future where you will realize you have natural gifts. And this thing that you're interested in is drawing into those gifts. Okay, so that's basically telling you that it's about time to get started. So come on, pick yourself up, shake yourself off, and have a look at the things around you with an open mind and see what catches your attention, because you can go as far as you want. It really is limited only by your imagination and how hard you can wish for it. Now, some people say that prayers are wishes. Some people say wishes are prayers. Whichever it is, however much effort you put into it is however much you're going to get back. Okay, lovely one? Very nice reading for you. Jenna. Let's see what we've got on here, Jenna. Cards are being a little bit picky and a little bit slow today. I'm going to have to get a drink before we do anything. I am a bit groggy throat today. Let's try again for you, my love. Now, for those of you that haven't seen me before, I work by you not pulling the cards and me not pulling the cards. I shuffle, as you can see me doing, and I let Spirit pull the cards that are relevant. That way I'm not inflicting my energy on them, and I'm not imposing any good news, bad news, any in-between news on them. I'm very careful to look for what my thumbs and my hands might have knocked, and look only for the cards that are inexplicably knocked. So here we go. Jenna, if we look very carefully at this card, you can see that we have a unicorn swimming with an orca and a dolphin, which I suspect is probably not common. We then move into your future being full of light and gorgeous hair by the look. And you'll get there with a categoric change. Now, this is all telling you it is about time to shake things up a little bit. Let's just give my cat a bit of love after trying to kill people. So, Jenna, try something new. There is something on the horizon for you that has either been suggested to you or has caught your attention in an advert of some kind, and it is something that you have never actually considered, not in any meaningful way. You may have had your eye caught in the past a couple of times, but it's only now that it's sort of there right in front of you. And it is about doing things, either things that you've done for a while in a completely fresh way. So instead of doing ABC, you do 10, 9, 8. Or it's something that you've never even considered before, and it's just caught your attention, and you're like, I don't even know if I should. Well, you should. You're going in for a complete change. Now, that means that this change is coming. You can participate in the change by making known what it is you want from it, making known how you want it to go forward. Or you can actively avoid participating in it, in which case you just end up getting whatever you're given. I always think it's better to have your say and have a chance of getting what you want rather than putting up with what somebody else offers. So your difference will need to be that change. That change will shake things up for you quite a bit. Don't be nervous about it. Change is a neutral act. It's just something new. How you respond to it is whether it makes it positive or negative. That change coming, though, is going to be a good one because it's going to draw the light out. It's going to make you see your good, see your positivity, see how you can manage certain things, how you can achieve in certain things. So there's something new that is coming, is going to be shaken up by this change, and the change is also going to lead to you recognizing your own skills and talents. Okay, my lovely one. Mandy Mills, hello. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for commenting. I hope you like what you're hearing and seeing. They've chosen a card quickly for you. As you've seen the way I work, as I've said, I don't choose the cards. I don't randomly stop and split the deck and then go, right, the top card must be the right one. I let Spirit pull it for us. Now, I've just knocked a card back in. When I do that, as happens, as I'm human, Spirit will bring that card back out for you. And there it is. So there's no need to worry if you think I've missed your card, because it will come back. So you are in a time of definitely yes. That's an intellectual, heartfelt wish. So it's what your mind knows to be true. Your future, love from your parents. Remember, that's a relationship description, not necessarily the people. And you will get there through teamwork. So definitely yes. It's something that you have been considering intellectually in your mind, with your thoughts, all of the brain work, all of the brain power. It's not necessarily what you would wish for, but it is something that you have been intellectually and separately considering and thinking. Logically, you know that what you are thinking about is correct. You know it's the truth. You know it's right. The actual wording at the bottom of the card is the answer to your question is a strong yes. So this is absolutely telling you how you feel, what you think is academically correct. All very simple. However, it will take you teamwork to achieve it, and that's going to be your sticking point. That's what you're not very good at. Not because you don't value other people's input, you do, but you don't value your own. So you try to do everything yourself so that you can do it to the nth degree and make sure that it is perfect. And it's not that you don't think other people can do it, it's just that you think that it should be you doing it. So the teamwork bit is going to be the bit that holds you up a little. The teamwork bit is going to be the essential, though. You do need to get other people involved, because we can know a lot of things with our head, but sometimes we need to let our heart take a step forward as well. We might intellectually know that having a piece of cake after dinner is the wrong thing to do, because calories and health and nutrition and balanced diets and all the rest of it. But sometimes your heart just needs that little bit of sugary, chocolatey, whatever gooiness just to round off the day. So academic awareness is brilliant, but you need other people to help you round that out with some heartfelt balance. That will bring you to your future, where you have that love from your parents. This is telling you that in your future, you are going to have that ability to unconditionally accept you. Right now, it's very conditional. You've got the voice in the back of your head going, I'm only worth it if I do this, if I'm good at that, if I try the other. You don't actually see yourself as worth it without that condition attached to it, without that expectation and demand attached to it. So you will in the future learn how to give yourself that total regard, that absolute acceptance, that heartfelt love, that unconditional love and acceptance, alongside some realism. Eat your greens, do your homework, work hard, get your exercise, go to bed. Okay? So yes, everything that you're thinking of is a good thing. And let other people help you with it to round it out, and you will come to a future which is very positive and real, very realistic and achievable. Okay, my sweet? Julie, let's have a look. Not sure if I caught that card, so we'll start again. That one was definitely jumping for you. That is your present. That is your future. And how are you going to get there? Clearly with that one. Very adamant for you, my love. So, Julie, right? Your present, you need some happy thoughts in there. Your future will be very soon. That means that what is coming your way, you will know about it very soon. And you will get there with healing. Look at the unicorn there, poor little lamb. Needs a cozy blanket and some lamb sip. So, happy thoughts. Right now, you are caught up in the day-to-day. You are caught up in the bills to pay, hard to save, a lot of expenses coming up in the next few weeks, and you're missing out on some of the joy of things. Like, let's play what if, or assume, play the assume game. I'm going to assume that you've got kids. I'm going to assume that they wanted to do Halloween, and I'm going to assume that part of your worry about doing Halloween was costumes and sweeties and times and getting out and getting back, and it's cold and everybody's tired, and I've got to still get bedtime sorted, and I've got to get all those extra sweets in for people coming to my door, and so on and so on and so on. So the joy and the excitement of Halloween gets covered up in those day-to-day basic needs and issues. What your spirits around you are telling you is that you need to, yes, we all need to focus on the realistic things. We always need to focus on making sure we've got the bills paid and the routine sorted and so on. But you also need to let in the happy thoughts, the happiness. Okay? It's hard to do that sometimes when you're feeling fractured and split over a dozen different wishes and feelings and work and partner and family and everything that goes on, which is where your healing needs to come in. Now, the lower words on here tell you that you have the power to help and heal others. In this context, you need to heal yourself. You need to be kind to yourself. You need to accept the worries and the concerns that you've got are genuine, are real, and they have their place. But you need to also heal your heart to stop them overwhelming you and robbing you of the joy of the day-to-day life. There is something in every part of everyone's day, a minute, that makes you smile. Mine today is my husband does 3D printing, and he has made me beautiful things from his 3D printer today, just because he felt like it and he knew I'd like them. That's my smile today. There will be something similar for you, something that just surprises you, just makes you smile. And those are the things that will allow you to see those happy thoughts through the day-to-day concerns and the day-to-day worries. Now, you are expecting an answer on something, and you will get that very soon, which means that basically over the next 4 to 8 weeks, what has been preoccupying your time, there are different ways to do that, my love. Sometimes it might be enjoying other children and knowing that the grandchildren are getting that same joy as the other children. But very soon you will see that the benefit of letting the happy thoughts in outweighs the pain. Okay. The one thing I can tell you, my love, is that you've got good things coming. You've got good things coming in 4 to 8 weeks. And whilst the pain of not seeing your own grandchildren is devastating, the joy of seeing other children and knowing that you can plaster, if you like, your grandchildren's face to those children. So by that I mean you can see your neighbour's children wandering up and down the street having the fun and the smiles and the sweeties, and you can go, yeah, my grandchildren are having that much fun, my grandchildren are having that much joy. This is thing to celebrate, that they are having a good life. You raised your kids right, then your kids will make sure that the grandkids are raised right. That is what you need to hold on to, my sweet. Okay? You will get an answer in the next 4 to 8 weeks that you have been waiting for. Okay, my lovely? I'm sorry for you that you don't see the family that you love, but trust yourself that if you have done half of the job that I hope I've done with my kids, if you've done half of the job you hope you have, then you know that your kids are raising the grandchildren right. You know that they're making the right choices for them and doing the right things. If you have done half of the job that you expect you have, okay? Elif. Interesting name. Let's see what we have for Elif. Is it Elif? Remember again, folks, if you are wanting a card, if you are wanting to see me on here again, if you comment, if you tell your friends, if you ask your friends to join, then there's a bigger chance that this site will continue. I'll be able to carry on doing this. If you would like a private reading, which would have many more cards, yes, there is a fee attached to that, but you can find me on Facebook and we can talk about what it is I offer. That's Titch's Psychic Mediumship and Spirit-Led Oracle Card Readings. Okay? Elif. Relax. Everything is okay. Your future, you will be letting go of stress and joining the party. Doesn't that look like a good party to go to? And you will do that by being your own best friend. This is a really simple reading to understand here for you, Ellen. You're allowing yourself to get stressed out. Now, I liken this to you go shopping. So, a very stupid analogy, I know, but something stresses you out, it becomes like a shopping bag, and you pick up that stress, that bag, and you carry it around with you. And then you go to do something else, there's some more stress from that thing, you pick up another shopping bag, and you carry that second shopping bag around with you. And then something happens to one of your friends or family and you get worried for them, so you pick up their shopping bag too, and you carry that stress with you. And you just keep on going until you've run out of hands, you've run out of ability to carry anything else, and yet you can't help yourself. You still want to pile on more and more and more. The thing to look at is, how would you treat your best friend? How would you support your best friend? Well, in the situation you're highlighting there, you've got exams coming up. You first off by starting from a position of relax. 24/7 working and stressing and revising and reconsidering and reviewing and asking questions and studying the books, it just drains you. It wipes you out. Everything has its right time in place, including enough sleep, including looking at things from a different perspective, and including actually taking a little bit of time away from the books, going for a walk, getting some fresh air, clearing your mind a little. I'm not saying go partying all night long. I'm saying just take a little bit of me time. Everything is going to be okay. Your best friend that is overstressing and over worrying and overworking and flogging themselves to death trying to do their absolute best for the exams, you're going to remind them that they've been working at this, they've been studying at this, they've got this. You remind them that you're there for them. No matter how good or bad the results are, you're still there for them. No matter how good or bad your exam results are, you've still got an opportunity to do something about that. There is always an opportunity to do something about that. It might not be what you hope for, but nothing is the end of the world. And those are the things that you would tell your best friend, and those are the things you need to tell yourself. That 24/7 studying does not make things stick in your brain any harder. A walk around the block, some healthy food, taking half an hour time out for yourself on a regular pattern, not just once a week, but every so often during the day. These are as important, if not more important, than studying the books, because you can't take things in if you're not properly rested, if you're not properly nutritioned, if you're not properly focused. And if you keep telling yourself, I can't, then you're not going to achieve it. So you tell yourself you can. You remind yourself that you've got this, and you look at alternative ways of revising, of looking at the situations. Even if you go back a couple of layers in your understanding and you just remember the building blocks of things, and that will bring you to more clarity about the harder stuff that you're trying to focus on now. So you start relaxing, you start looking after yourself, you start being kind to yourself, and your future has you letting go of that stress. Your future has you admitting that actually you don't need to carry around all of those bags of stress. You can put them down. They're still going to be there when you want to go and pick them up. It's going to stop your heart racing. It's going to stop the middle of the night panic wake ups. It's going to stop the mad dreams of, I can't remember how to spell cat and 2 + 2. It's going to help you chill. And then you can do your best. That's all you can do. Try hard. But stressing about it doesn't make you try harder. It just splits your focus. Okay? Proper rest, proper nutrition, be kind to yourself, and remind yourself that it doesn't matter. You can still give it another go if the worst happens. The worst is not the worst in the world. The worst is not the end of the world. The world will still turn and give you an opportunity the next day. Okay, lovely one? Good luck. I don't think you'll need it. In my experience, the people that are stressing about their exams are the ones that are putting in the work and end up with the results that they need. I think we've got time for just one quick one more. Ava. Hello, my Ava. Ava Bjurstam. Bjurstam. There is your present. There is your future. And there is your change. Let's see what we've got for you, Ava. Right now, happy thoughts. Your future best friend. And water. See the little lake there that the unicorn's drinking from? That is your change. So what do we mean by this? It looks a bit confusing to start off with, doesn't it? Happy thoughts, water, and best friends. So right now, you're excessively focused on getting through the day-to-day. You're struggling to see the positivity in life. You're struggling to see all of the wonders of the world, all of the beautiful things that are out there. You know, you look out your window and it's chucking it down with rain, and you go, it's chucking it down with rain, and don't see the rainbow on the puddles. Now that rainbow might be from pollution, but it's still pretty. So you're allowing that run-of-the-mill day-to-day life, the necessities of life, to overwhelm the pleasures of life. And that is because you are running yourself ragged and you are looking after everybody else and not yourself. You are not taking any time to manage your just general mindfulness, your general well-being, putting any time into you. That water card is telling you that it is about time to top up your bath, your spiritual energy. I call that your bath. This is because if you try filling up your bath by running the taps really hard, but you haven't put the plug in, so you're not doing anything to save that energy, it's just going to run straight out. If you have the plug partly in, that water is just running straight out a bit slower. And so your choice is focus on you for a little bit, effectively put the plug in properly, and have the water set to a normal level, not too super fast, not super slow, but just focus on you for a minute will balance your tap out to the right level, will balance your energy flow towards yourself at the right level. The simplest way to do that is what I call a breathing exercise. So you go to make yourself a hot drink, you put the kettle on. As the kettle is boiling, you look out the window and you focus on a raindrop or a leaf or a bug or a whatever. It doesn't matter. It's the exercise that matters, not the thing. And the exercise is, as you're looking at that thing and the thought runs into your head, oh, I've got to go and pick up so-and-so's prescription from the chemist. Oh, I must remember to go to the shop and pick up that for tea. You go, yeah, I'll get to that in a minute. Oh, I must remember to put the laundry on. Yeah, I'll get to that in a minute. And you just go straight back to thinking about the thing. So it's like, yes, I know I need to do the dinner. What colour was that leaf again? I wonder how many different shades of green there are in that leaf. What can I see? Oh, look at that blend there. Don't forget to go and pick up that prescription. Yes, I will remember that in a minute. Did I get to 3 colours? Oh, look at that blending there. Maybe that's a 4th colour. If you get what I'm trying to say, you keep drawing your mind straight back to the breathing, to the focusing on the subject that is not taking any of your mental energy until the kettle's finished boiling. Now, over time, you can lengthen that time that you're doing it for. You can turn it into in between TV shows. You can turn it into whilst you're queuing in the supermarket. You can do it at any time. You can do it at bed as you're waiting to fall asleep. But the act of not letting your mind run 1,000 different miles at a million different things starts putting some energy back to you, starts putting some focus back to you, allows you to start treating you as you would your best friend, being honest when they're running themselves ragged, being honest when they're not looking their best, being honest when they need to say no. Those are the kind of things we do for our best friends out of kindness. That's what you need to do for you. You need to let some of the happy thoughts come through the day-to-day grind. You need to focus on you at least some of the time. Maybe not as much as you focus on everybody else, but at least some of the time. And you need to be kind in the way that you would be kind to your close friends and family. Okay, my lovely one? That does take us to the end of today's hour. Anybody who was interested in what I've done, have a look on Facebook for me. Anybody who would like a private reading, get in touch. Anybody who would like to see me again on here, I will be back in 2 weeks. So take care of yourself, be kind to yourself, and thank you so much for dropping in your notes. And we also have Maria coming on at 4. Okay, my lovely ones, tune in for Maria. No doubt she's going to be awesome. Take care.